How's it going, guys? TacTixHD here, bringing you Season 5 NHL 14 Expansion Team Gem Mode Series. I know, guys, I haven't uploaded one of these in a while. I think it's been about a couple months. Some of you guys, videos take a while to make, and obviously been working a lot these last couple months, and didn't have as much time to go through and edit all these videos. But I'm gonna try and crank out the rest of this series over the next 4 or 5 days here before the demo drops. So probably you can expect an episode a day, maybe even 2 episodes on one day. So right here, guys, just a kind of refresh of our team. Got the NHL and AHL team, both looking very strong, especially the AHL team, way above average. NHL team, probably still an average team. Obviously, in case you guys don't know, we started out with all free agents, so it was pretty hard as well. We didn't have our first round pick because freaking Snow traded it away, but we made some good progress. I think I like our team right now, but as you guys can see at the All-Star break here, we hadn't made any moves yet, so looking at the All-Star team, see which of our players made the team. So as you can see, none of our forwards did. Sam Reinhart, though, there he made it. Snow didn't trade with our first round pick. He would have been on our team. As well, as you can see, our player to make the team was Cody Franzen. So only one player there, which basically means we're pretty much having an average year. So at the trade deadline here, guys, decided to add some scoring, trading for Thomas Fleischman, trading Gryba Sabaka, a prospect, and a second round pick. We guys trading an AHL defenseman, 27 years old, no more potential. I think he's like our 8th or 9th best defenseman. Trade him for a 3rd round pick just to get possibly get a good player for the future as well. Trading away Jeremy Moore in here. He's pretty much been stuck in the AHL. Has no more potential. Really got a second for him. And then here, guys, trading away Chris Versteeg. He's been on the decline, getting paid $3.2 million, which is a little bit too much for me. And we get a first and a 3rd back. Both picks though are next year's draft. So adding to our prospect pool, which is definitely what you want to do. As you guys can see, we finished 11th in the Eastern Conference with 82 points. So we did not have a strong year at all. We were actually in a playoff spot at the trade deadline, but as you guys can see, we pulled a Toronto Maple Leaf here, and we lost, I think, like 10 of our last 14 games. Maybe something more crazy, like 14 of the last 20, and we just plummeted at the end of the year. So obviously we're simulating, so sometimes crazy things like that happen, but basically if we would have won not even half those games. If we would have won 4 more games, we would have been okay, but unfortunately, sometimes that's how it happens. Right here, guys, just of course a quick look at the players' stats for the season. So really no one stood out to me this year. It was pretty mediocre year all in all, but the AHL team did do very good. I believe they won the AHL and got the first seed going into playoffs, going up against the Providence Bruins here. And as you guys can see, a good early win there in the first game. Unfortunately, lost that second one there 2-1, so all tied up here in the first round of the AHL playoffs. Right here, of course, go to overtime this 3rd game. Big 3rd game there, winning in overtime, giving us the 2-1 series lead. Now in the 3rd game, have a big lead again, and take that for a 4th game, 3rd win with a 4-0 win. So right here, guys, possibility to move on to semifinal. We do that with a 4-1 win. So beat the Providence Bruins there in 5 games, 4 games to 1. Like I was saying, our AHL team very strong all throughout. Probably the strongest AHL team, for sure. We have some low 80s, high 70s. Really hard to compete with us. As you guys can see, right there, Bacon's boy Padan gets the only goal there. It's for the game winner, giving us a 2-0 series lead here against the Portland Pirates. And then right here, guys, we actually lose the 3rd game, going down 2-1, but still holding the lead. And as you guys can see, in the 4th game there, we get our 3rd win with a 4-1 win. So like I was saying, guys, AHL team just very strong. We pretty much roll over everybody. Joey Hishin there, he's a high 70. He's been playing great for us all year in terms of the AHL, and he's keeping it up here in the playoffs. And as you guys can see, we ended up winning that 5th game there, getting the 4th win 2-1. So in the 3rd round here, guys, the conference final, going against the Springfield Falcons, win the 1st game there. Unfortunately, lose that 2nd game. So we're all tied up 1 apiece here. Going to the 3rd game, going to be away this time. As you can see, we're actually able to have a huge 3rd period there. We were tied 3-3 going to the 3rd. Got 3 goals, so a big 6-3 win. And right here, guys, now going to the 4th game. Lose that one, so it's actually the closest series so far. Only one that's going to go to 6 or more games. And as you can see, it was all tied up at 2 apiece. They actually win that 5th game there, getting them the 3-2 series lead. So first time we've been down in a series. Luckily, though, able to pull out that 6th game win, winning at 6-3. So going to the 7th game here, big game. Winner goes on to the AHL final. And as you can see, we actually able to win that one 4-1. So big win there, going on the AHL final again. We've been there a couple times already. Like I was saying, AHL team's just so dominant. So first game here, guys, going up against the Americans, actually get that win there, 3-1. So big win for us. And then the 2nd game here, you guys are going to see close game. Unfortunately, we lose it, making the series a 1-1 tie. And then here, guys, in the 3rd game, like I said, I think the 3rd game is probably the biggest game. We get a big win there, making it 5-2, giving us the 2-1 series lead. And then 4th game there, even a bigger win, 6-0. Got the 3-1 series lead, so we pretty much have it all locked up. And right here, guys, in the 5th game now, we actually get that win there, winning it 4-1, and I didn't even realize at the time that we were winning the Calder Cup, so I forgot to, go into the game late in the period to get the AHL animation of us, hosting the Calder Cup and everything. But you guys have seen it before, so not a huge deal, but, I always like to include that, It's nice to see, an actual visual representation of you winning. Even though you just simulated it, you made all the trades, you did everything like that. So as you guys can see, Joey Hish in there, like I said, huge year, 69 points in 74 games. A lot of other guys, especially some of our younger guys, gain a lot more playing time. Hopefully they'll make the jump to the NHL sooner rather than later. Definitely could use them, like I said. Really just a mediocre year this year for us, not acceptable. As you can see, again, guys, Hishin, top of the leaderboard for us, 32 points in 22 games in the playoffs. That's outstanding. Kunackle there also had a very good year, very good playoff with 19 points in 18 games. A lot of other good guys played quite well. Mantha not as good as he's been, but he was on the second line, I believe. There was a few guys that are a bit higher overall than him that took some of his ice time, but still some good things to look forward to, I think, with Anthony Mantha. As you guys can see, Marcel Goc actually retired for us. I believe he was our fourth line center, so not a huge deal. We can definitely go replace him in free agency. Marian Hossa, there's a big name that retired right there, the fucking all-star. Danny Healy finally retires for the Buffalo Sabres. Henrik Zetterberg also retired. Patrick Marleau, Paul Bissonnette. So both the all-star and Biznasty retired the same year. I guess Biznasty didn't want to play in the league anymore if the all-star wasn't playing in it. And on defense, really no too big of names here. You got John Michael is probably one of the biggest. So right here, guys, at the draft, we didn't have a first-round pick, so I decided to make a big move here to make Carl Hagelin for Dallas' first-round pick as well as their second. As you can see, their first-round pick was actually the last pick as they won the Stanley Cup, but Hagelin was an 85, I think, at one time, 84 this year. He had actually moved all the way down to 82, so he was on the decline, getting paid a little over $4 million for 82 overall left winger. That's just not going to fly in a salary cap era, so rather save that money, be able to use it in the free agency, or maybe just, lock up our prospects once they get better for more longer term. So decided to make that move, and obviously it gives us a big prospect here with that first round pick. So just trying to see, who's the best for us. I think our defense is very strong. Basically looking at forwards this draft, trying to add forwards I think could possibly make the jump, sooner rather than later. Obviously it's a 10-year GM mode. This is the 5th season, so we only got 5 more years left. Have to, try to find kids that, hopefully can reach their potential within 2 to 3 years. Don't have to hold on waiting for them. Otherwise, they're just going to be traded away as they're really not going to be, any good for us. So, as you guys can see, we had a couple picks in the second. We actually have 3 picks here in the third round. So, hopefully, sometimes you get a steal in the third round. 2.5-star green potential, you never know. Could work out to be like a 3-star potential guy that, somehow ends up being like an 83, 84. I mean, that's a steal for the third round. You're not really going to get anything better than that after the first or second round. First round's pretty much where you're going to get all your superstars. After that, you're just looking for role players. And if you can get a role player in the draft opposed to signing them, that's very, very good in terms of just money management, cap management, and not having to give up assets, etc., etc. So, anyway, guys, after that third round, really no prospects of value were signed, so didn't bother showing it. So, anyway, guys, we're at the re-sign phase here. As you can see, our centers are pretty good there. We have Jonathan Toews, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. I'm really impressed with our centers. As well, we are really deep at right wing. Left wing's not looking as good. I think I might have to add a couple left wingers, to even it out. Our defense also looking pretty strong. We have no really all-star defense, and that's something that we're definitely lacking. We do have like 5 or 6 solid mid to low or low to mid 80 defensemen. Right here, guys, Jonathan Toews getting his payday, $9.5 million. So making sure we keep him around. He's definitely the star of this team. And he's one of the players that's definitely carrying us and will carry us into the playoffs. Jamie Benn obviously still locked up. Decided to re-sign Fleischman there. He's a solid second, hopefully third line left wing. We can find a better left winger to play the second line. And obviously just re-signing the prospects I think will do good in the future. The ones I don't think are going to do very good, just going to let them go. Again, at right wing, we're pretty solid. Got a couple mid-80s at the first and second line. A couple low 80s, third and fourth. TGH I think's a fine right winger complimenting Jamie Benn and Jonathan Toews. But like I said, the one big thing we're looking for right now is a star defenseman. We've got a lot of good defensemen. We don't have like a quarterback defenseman, as you will, back there that can move the puck around. I think we're definitely gonna have to try to find one of those either via trade, free agency, or just maybe one come up from the prospect pool. As you guys can see, Robin Lehner there got re-signed for just under $3 million. He's only 84 overall. I thought he'd be higher by now. He's had a couple years as a starting goaltender, but so far, he's just kind of stayed the course. As you guys can see right here, signing a few high 70 players, each with 3.5-star goal potential. So basically, there's like a no risk, high reward signing. Either they stay at that 70 range and they play in the AHL and I let them go, or trade them for a couple some small picks, or they end up being like a mid 80 guy and it's a huge signing. Also right there, guys, signed Kyle Palmieri, just giving us some more depth at the right wing. I think I let go of one of our guys, so I needed a third liner. Then right here, guys, I ended up trading Robin Lehner, 84 overall, with Eric Jelinas for John Gibson. He's also the same overall, 84, but he has a half-star more potential, and he's a year younger, I believe. So Gibson, in most GM modes, Gibson turns out to be the better goalie. So giving up Jelinas, however you say his name, for Gibson, essentially, I thought was a huge deal for us. As you can see right there's our NHL team, guys, so deep at center, 84 on the fourth line there in Hishin, as well as you can see Gibson gained 2 overall in the summer, so obviously I think that move definitely benefited us. Right here, guys, look at the AHL team. As you can see, way too many left wings in the AHL team that are good. We have an 81 in Kunak, a couple 80s there. Just the AHL team is going to be so stacked for so long. So definitely, if anyone gets injured, we have somebody to call up as well. We got some high 70s there in case any of our defensemen, get injured. We know who to call. Here, guys, a quick look at all the NHL awards. I don't think we won an award this year. Maybe wrong, going through everything. But Dallas definitely took home a lot of hardware. Same with Colorado, looks like. And I think, yeah, we didn't win an award, but we did win a ton of AHL awards as usual. Obviously, we won the Calder Cup with the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, and we won the division again with the Sound Tigers. And I think we've won the AHL, yeah, right there you can see we won the AHL 3 years in a row. We won the division like 4 or 5 years in a row, which is something, pretty insane, I guess. Nicholas Cronwall, I wasn't sure if that's actually the Nicholas Cronwall. They threw him down the AHL. I don't know what Detroit was doing. Jonathan Drouin also tore it up this year for the AHL. Right there, we have Darcy Kumper doing pretty good. Joey Hishin there won the MVP of the playoffs, obviously. Huge playoff for him. Kumper there with another award. So, like I said, AHL team looking very strong. Hopefully that will, progress into the NHL team. As you guys can see, still 4.5 stars throughout. So, anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like. If we can get about 100 likes on this episode, guys, I will try to crank a second episode out before tomorrow. So, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.
This the kind of beat to go.